Hi everybody, and welcome back to Necromancy 101. It's Easter Sunday, but I wound up not doing that special summoning that I had been commissioned to do. Now, I did refund them their money and return the materials that I was legally obligated to return to them. Now, the important thing, well, first let's start with the basics. Now, with any summoning, you know that what you're doing is you're summoning the spirit and then you're binding it to your will. And the binding is really just to keep the spirit from, going away and doing whatever it wants. So it'll stay there around and ask, or answer any questions you have. So, and you remember the Santa Claus incident, from a couple years ago, and how that had some reasonably negative effects, if you remember this year with my adventure with Krampus, like that. So, and the important thing here is that, some spirits can have real effects on the physical world, and those spirits are spirits you should be cautious around. And this particular spirit was one of those spirits, because I finally, like I said, I finally figured out who it was they wanted me to summon. And he was not an Italian Jew from several centuries ago. He was a Middle Eastern Jew from, when did he die? I think 27 AD, I think. I mean, I don't know how the shroud wound up in Italy, but, it was there in Turin. So, Middle Eastern Jew, like I said, Yeshua ben Yosef, reasonably well known. He started the religious movement. It's around today. You might have heard of it. And that's the spirit they wanted me to summon. Now, you might be thinking, I don't think it's really possible to summon that spirit. And you gotta remember, the fully, man and stuff. And if you're man enough to be fully man, then you got a spirit that can be summoned. Yeah, because, it's a package deal. You get it. Yeah, that's how it works. So, most people, like Yeshua ben Yosef, don't leave any earthly remains behind, but obviously, he left a bit behind, bits and pieces. So, but what else? I did return the shroud to the church, to his church. They'd like that back. I gave the bits of him to my to the people who commissioned me, and of course, before I returned it to them, I put a little karma spell on there, just enough to make sure if they got up to anything, any wacky shenanigans, that it would, they'd feel the effects of that reasonably soon. Now, it's probably gonna be fine. Although I did tie it into the bits, so so the spirit will know if it's trying to be summoned and things like that. So it's probably fine. It'll probably be fine. Everything will probably be fine. So yeah. So that's how that's how my weekend went. So that's it for now. Like and subscribe, and remember to comment below if you have something you want to say. So bye.